In this video, I'm going to talk about risk management strategies. You see, risk is probability into impact. Anything which has not happened and for which we haven't made plan. So for risk management strategy, first of all, we identify the risk. We put them into our risk register, assign risk owner, potential trigger, prioritize the risk as qualitative, and if your organization want, we prioritize them as quantitative risk. Once you have done both these things, qualitative and quantitative, now we need to plan strategies how to deal them. Now, risk is both positive and risk is both negative. Okay, so risk is probability into impact. Okay, so let's say the first risk management strategy is avoid. Okay, this is the first risk management strategy. Any risk that you identify, the best and the first thing is that we want to avoid that patent risk. How do we make avoiding? We either make probability 0 or we make impact 0. For example, in COVID time, so we said people will not go out. Okay, so we locked down everything, each and every single thing. That was kind of the avoiding the risk. Please understand this thing. All these strategies that we are going to discuss for now, they are proactive risk strategies, right? All of them are proactive risk management strategies. Avoiding the risk, you identify the risk, and even before the risk trigger occur, you are avoiding that risk. The positive for this is exploit. You increase the probability as well as impact, both things. The best case scenario. Exploit is the most positive term in the PMP. Okay, if you cannot do avoid, either you do mitigate or you do transfer. In mitigate, you either decrease probability or impact, one of those things. Like in COVID, since if you get COVID, you get COVID. We could not decrease the impact of that. We implemented SOPs in the second phase of the COVID, that was mitigation. Okay. Transfer is basically you get a third party. Insurance is a good example of it. Whenever you transfer the risk, you have to pay premium for that. This thing is very important. Whenever we transfer the risk, we have to pay premium for that. Enhance is an example of this. When you cannot do increase probability and impact, you only increase one of those things, we enhance it. And for transfer, we have a share as strategy. Okay, these are proactive. Another strategy that is proactive as well as it can be reactive is escalate. Like something goes beyond your threshold limit, you escalate it to the senior management. That is escalation of the risk. This is escalation. All these are proactive risk management strategies. Then we have reactive risk management strategy. Why I'm classifying them reactive, so that you can understand. That is called acceptance. The reactive is acceptance. It has active acceptance as well as passive acceptance. In active acceptance, you identify the risk, you just make plan, also known as contingency plan. You assign the risk owner, you make a plan, and when trigger occurs, then the risk owner take action on it. Understand the difference. In all these strategies, avoid, mitigate, transfer, you are taking action even before the trigger, right? You are not passively looking at that. You are not looking at, okay, let this thing occur and then we can do it. No. We were doing something proactively. In reactive, we are sitting, and when the risk happens, as an active acceptance, we have a contingency plan, we implement it. If the plan fails, we have a fallback plans. Okay, and as a result of implementing this strategy, we can have a secondary risk, and that has to be again put in the risk register, or residual risk, the remaining risk which sometimes acceptable. The passive acceptance in the reactive risk strategy is that you identify the risk but you don't make any plan, no plans. Okay, if this thing happen, it will be treated as an issue. It's a very important thing. If this thing happens, you will treat it as an issue because you don't have a plan for it. So you will put in the issue log and make a workaround for that. Important thing to that. Acha, a question people ask is that why do we even do passive acceptance? Na? Either we have less information, or we consider risk as very low probability, or their impact is very low, things like that. Passive acceptance can be done. We do a lot of risk for which we do the passive acceptance. A very important thing, you identify the risk, you ranked it, qualitative, quantitative, you plan them. Okay, now once that risk occur, you update risk register, you update the risk register, not issue log. This is an important sequence. If you have planned something and your plan worked good, you update risk register. Even residual risk and secondary risk are going into risk register. I hope that explain this risk response strategy. If any topic is also troubling you, feel free to ping me, put in the comment, and I will make a video for it. And do put in the comments what did you learn from it, and what questions do you have from this video, and do share it with your friends. And if you want to watch the complete video on risk, I'm putting it at end screen. And if you want to watch my summaries videos, 3-minute summary videos, I'm also putting it. Enjoy it. Thank you.